$100. We always talk, celebrate and glorified the working female well, ignoring the women that want to be a housewife. Feminism has ruined the lower class women's ability to be a stay-at-home.
Yeah.
Well, I really think females should choose. Like, if you really want to be a stay-at-home wife, do it, because it's your life.
But what is the other stuff about shaming females? What?
Can you read this sentence?
Yeah, you said, I'm missing that you not talking about anything that is good with females, shaming females are your core topics.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about body counts and females having active life and stuff like that, you're not lifting that up as anything normal or like it's okay. It's really making like the female be in a certain category. Like the difference between this guy here who's saying that he had intercourse with 300 people, it was just, okay, it is what it is. But if one of us was saying that, it would be like really not just slide by like that.
What do you mean?
If I said the same thing, you will really be questioning me, and why aren't you doing that with him?
I don't know. She said her body count is 50, 60. I don't think I really...
Brian didn't say anything about
I didn't really...
topic.
No, but 50 and 300?
I think we were just exaggerating with him. So.
Yeah, I don't ever remember him saying 300. I think...
No, well, in any case...
It was alleged.
Well, so, I mean, I'll engage with you even on that, though. So you're saying if there's a double standard, like if I judged women more harshly for having a high body count, but I didn't judge men for it. Yeah, what's actually wrong with that?
Yeah, in my world, we are equal. Yeah.
Who pays on the first date?
It depends who asked who out.
Yeah, let's explore that. So even in super liberal, progressive Sweden, are men still asking women out at higher rates than the reverse?
Oh, I don't know the percent, but I know that it's...
How about your own experience?
One more time?
If I asked a guy out... Your own experience of all the first dates you've ever been on, did you ask for the first date or did the guy?
No, I have asked guys out. Yes.
That's not the question.
But I don't... Okay.
You asked... How many first dates have you been on?
I don't really know, actually.
Hundreds?
Maybe 20?
20? Okay, of the 20, did you ask the guy out?
Maybe, what can I say, 7 of them?
Okay, so majority men. Okay. So, and I'm talking first dates here, not like you've been dating for 3 months and, oh, hey, you want to get dinner, right? So, you say whoever asks should pay, but even in super liberal, equal places like Sweden, men are still going to be initiators when it comes to dating.
Yeah, but you do get dates the other way around. So if a girl sees a guy that she want to ask out, she asks him out.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If a guy's experience is he's been on 100 first dates and 99 of them he has to ask the girl out, and one time the girl asks him out, is that equal?
No, maybe not.
It happens, right?
But so I mean, just because that example, if you take a guy, if a girl find a guy attractive, she will ask him out. So maybe your example was not someone that girls want to ask out.
Yeah. What? I thought you could stay till 9, Liam. Yeah, we're doing the show. Man. So, a little confused here.
So what I'm trying to say is, if a girl find a guy attractive, she doesn't wait for him to ask her out. She can ask him out.
She can, but do they?
Yeah, they do, 100%.
At equal rates.
Maybe when you find someone attractive, they ask them out. Yes.
I would wager, even in feminist utopia Sweden, women are not asking out men at similar rates.
Yeah, but maybe not at similar rates. But when we do find someone attractive, we do ask them out.
I'm sure there's a disparity, like statistically, between places. But But I kind of came in halfway through the topic, so I'm talking out of school a little bit here.
No, but it is true. I see that you don't believe me.
No, I was coming to juice up the bad dating stories.
I promise you, I have an example at the hotel.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
3 older guys are sitting in the bar, and then 4 young, very beautiful girls comes over and try to talk to them. And the girls were flirting with the guys, and then...
How old were the guys?
Sorry?
How old were the men?
Maybe 30s.
3 guys sitting in the bar at your hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
And then like 18, 20-year-old girls come in and approach the guys, sitting down with them. And it ended up, when the girls went to the toilet, they snuck out. The guys left without saying anything to them.
But not women, girls.
Well, that was...
So, I mean, you see, it is happening, and the guys...
I don't deny that women approach men. Yes, it happens. But if we're having a conversation, I'm going to be talking about generalities here. So I would argue, even in Sweden, generally speaking, women are not taking that sort of initiative to the same frequency and same degree.
It's not as often, basically.
Yeah, maybe.
Here, let me ask you a question. How many times have you been approached in person by a guy?
Maybe a handful.
Did you go out to bars?
Sorry?
Okay, did you go to college in Sweden?
Yes.
Did you go to college parties? Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Oh, so we go to a pub.
You go to a bar?
Yeah.
Okay, how many times do you think you've been to a bar or nightclub in Sweden?
Oh, I don't know how many.
Hundreds?
Yeah, maybe.
Hundreds? Would you say you got approached maybe at least once a night by a guy?
No, maybe of those hundreds, maybe 5 times.
You've been to a bar 100+ times, and you've only been approached 5 times.
Yeah, but of the 100, but maybe of course more. But of
course more. Okay.
But because I've been in a bar more than 100 times. But
you've only been approached 5 times.
Yeah, it's not that often. No.
Okay. By guys, but you have been approached.
Yes.
Okay. How many times have you approached a guy in a bar?
Maybe the same amount.
I don't believe it at all, but okay. I find that
cute.
Questionable.
No, but it is true, mate. I promise you.
No, I'm sure that I trust
you. Will see.
No, I mean, like you seem like you have the confidence to approach a guy. I can see you approaching a guy. I think Brian's point is trying to say that statistically speaking, it's the outlier.
I would agree with it.
Maybe not the norm.
Maybe it's not 50-50 of it, but it's very. It's
but
close.
I can see you
to
approaching a dude. So yeah, with some charisma.
You ever been on a dating app?
Yes.
And do you get more messages than you receive or you send out? I mean,
yes, that's true.
How many messages do you get? First messages?
Maybe 15.
A day?
No, when I have the app.
Oh, what app have you got?
Tinder.
Can I ask, how is the pool in Tinder for anyone that's been on? Have you been on Tinder?
Swedish
Long
Tinder.
time ago. Long time ago.
I was exposed to some pretty
terrible.
I was exposed to the worst of society when I was on Tinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here, I'd like to ask the other girls then this. So, how many first dates have you been on? By the way, first date includes like just hanging out with. It doesn't have to be formal, like going out to dinner. It could be like. I know people just will go over to somebody's house. It could be just like a hangout.
Yeah, gotcha. Probably like 5, but I've been in like long relationships, so yeah, I haven't really been on that many.
And then, so of the first dates, did you ask for the first date or did the guy?
The guy.
Okay, and then going to you, how many first dates, hangouts have you been on?
I think countless. I don't know. I've been on like a lot of dates and
like 100+ probably.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the breakdown in terms of who asked for the date? Was it you or the guy?
Always the guy.
Always
I've
the
only
guy?
asked like one guy to
and
go
you've been
out
on
with me.
Only one guy, and you've been on 100 dates.
Yeah.
100+ dates.
Yeah,
and you've only asked out one guy.
person.
Okay. What about you? How many dates or hangouts have you been on?
20 to 30.
Okay, and then of all those, what was the breakdown? Like how many?
Always the guy.
Always the guy asked you? Okay.
It's always the guy asking.
Always the guy. How many first dates or hangouts have you been on?
A lot.
10, 20,
10,
50?
20.
Okay, always the guy. What about you?
What you think?
Into the mic?
What do you think?
I think every time the guy asked you, but okay. So.
Because if I
How many
ask
first-
them, I'm
how
most
many
likely not going to get paid.
How many first dates are
Countless. Can't even tell you.
100 plus? 100 plus dates. Okay.
How many dates have you been on?
A lot.
Have you really?
Yeah.
And did anyone ask you out?
I've had girls reach out to me.
How many?
Can you scoot your mic back to where it was, please? You can scoot it to the edge of the table, scoot it to the edge.
They're
move
very
it this way.
sensitive. You got to get like this.
Yeah.
Is that great?
Yeah.
So what was your question?
Did you get invited to a first date?
Pretty rare. But yes,
only
I
had
have.
twice.
What
I
do they
have.
look like?
His type.
Were they your type?
Sure. Yeah. But pretty rare. I would say 99% of the first dates I've been on, I asked for the first date. And then all the other steps of initiative, I also took. First message, or I approached her first, asked for the number, did all the coordination, paid for the date, moved things forward from there. First kiss, further than first kiss. Pretty much always, as the guy, you're going to take initiative.
What do you feel about a girl taking the first step?
I don't mind if a girl takes initiative. I don't like it when they're like super aggressive about it. Like if they're like masculine about it, like, oh, want to fuck? You want to fuck?
Be the only guy.
But if she's like feminine and she's like kind of cutesy asking me out, or like, that's fine.
What were you
totally
gonna say?
fine. Not an issue.
If a girl asked you on a date, would you pay for it though? Or if the girl asked you, you would want her to pay?
I would probably just still pay.
Can we go on a
Probably
date?
still
Can we
pay.
go on a date?
No.
Why? Because you see me without makeup?
Yeah, that. No, I mean, just you're a sex worker. No offense, but
And you're
not
worker?
I'm not a sex worker.
But what would you do?
exploitation worker.
What? Okay, let's go there.
Oh no! I'm trying to get some positivity in this podcast. I'm gonna get the positivity if it kills me.
Wait.
Now.
So okay, what does that mean?
I don't know.
No, I'll engage briefly though. What?
you sure?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do
So
it.
Sure.
why would
I'm
you
trying to keep
date?
this
Why would
table
you not
alive.
date a sex worker? Why?
Huh?
Why would you not date a sex worker? So you would date a woman that likes most women have sex with her for free, but you wouldn't date one that makes men pay.
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
I said you would date a woman that would let multiple men have sex with her for free, but you would not date a woman that makes a man pay for her to have sex with her. Because you said you don't date sex workers, but you date like whores that do it for free.
When did I say that?
Well, obviously,
you would
if
have
they
to.
don't, if,
You would have to point to something I've said that would actually lead you
Can I
to
give you
believe
correction?
that.
I just think his preferences for girls not in the industry. Because the same way.
yeah,
we wanna date
which is
someone-
free. So it means that the same way they would fuck him with for free is the same way they would fuck anybody for free without nothing
This is
required.
massive levels of cope, but so
Elaborate on that, please.
it's just like, well, you're trying to cope with the fact that the reality is women who are engaged in sex work, who do OnlyFans, who prostitute themselves in one way or another, have a more difficult time when it comes to dating because most
Really?
men who respect themselves don't want to date women
Really?
who have, yes.
Yeah.
I agree to disagree.
Yeah, there's simps. There's simps out there.
I love
I
the
don't think
simps.
men should date those other types of women either.
Well, they are. They're funding our
Sure.
lifestyle too.
Oh, I agree. There's a lot of men who have absolutely
I
no
love
preferences, standards, or boundaries.
Well,
Why? But why would that be an issue? That
I just want to
would
know
that-
why you wouldn't date a sex worker. So you would date a janitor before a sex worker.
Absolutely, I would date a woman who works at a fast food
You would date an
restaurant.
abortion clinic person who does abortions over a sex worker, right? So a person who kills babies for a living over a sex worker. Would you?
Are you sure? I mean, we could have the abortion debate if you want.
No, I said
I'd
would you
rather
date
not.
would you date a doctor who kills babies for a living because it makes them money over a sex worker? Would
Hang
you?
on, that's
Okay, no. Well, that is.
Uh-huh.
I'll engage in the hypothetical. So, okay, it's woman. That's it. That is an interesting hypothetical. So, female sex worker versus a female doctor who's an abortionist. I wouldn't date either. That is an interesting hypothetical. I would have to think more about that. I've never been posed that question. That is a good question. They're both bad. Honestly, they're both bad. Fuck.
Would you date a woman who has sex with multiple men because they tell her she likes them and she's going off a personality?
Multiple men at the same time?
No, not at the same time, but she
has a body count of 5?
No,
Yeah,
not
I would
5. I
date a
didn't say
girl-
5. I'm
Yes,
saying
I would date a girl who has a body count of 5.
No, I'm not saying 5. I said she dates.
What's her body count?
She dates, well, who knows? Most girls lie about their body counts. But she dates guys based off of what they tell her versus a girl who's only like taking on guys at a certain price.
Would you date a guy who works at McDonald's?
No, I wouldn't.
Whoa.
Well, unless he's owning it. If he's in the corporate office, maybe.
Why
if he's in
wouldn't
the
you
corporate,
date?
yes, I would. If he's in the corporate office.
He's a burger flipper.
No, I would not.
So wait, you won't date a guy who flips burgers, but I won't date a sex worker? What's the actual objection then?
So how does sex worker and burger flipper get on the same level? They're not on the same level.
Somebody who works
One
at
has
a
their
fast
time.
food.
One has their time and one doesn't. One's a slave to time. One has their time and one
Not
is a
if they're
slave to
dating
time.
me, but shit, I'll rescue you, Chick-fil-A. What's up? Get you out of the Chick-fil-A. But so
And you agree most men would take a McDonald's worker and make her.
over a prostitute? Yes.
Well, why isn't it happening?
It did happen.
It happens all the time.
Not often then a sex worker gets picked up then. People are more willing to make sex workers rich and to uplift them and give them loans for businesses. Strippers, Cardi B. Don't act like you don't know, like plenty of celebrities that were sex workers in the past, Marilyn Monroe. They get big off of that, and men are more likely to save them than a McDonald's worker and a Wendy's worker and an Arby's worker.
Yeah,
no
it's
offense
degenerate.
to them.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you that there's degenerate tricks and marks. Yeah, but like
Because you spend money on a woman, you're a trick and you're a mark.
literally, if they're engaging with a sex worker and spending money on a sex worker, you're literally a trick.
So shout out to Donald Trump. And the trick is running the country, Melania Trump. She ran the country. Trick's ran the country before. Yeah, we was
Is
first lady.
Melania a sex worker? Is that?
Yeah,
is
she
there-
was. She was doing adult work. She did do adult movies, and she ran this country. So that puts the degenerates at the top, running the what?
I don't know.
Non-degenerates?
Look, I don't know Melania's history,
First lady of the country,
but
your
like,
country.
I'm also not going to defend. Like, Donald Trump is not like the shining beacon of morality when it comes to
But he's running
romantic
your country.
partners.
He's running your country, and he is a degenerate at the
What
top.
does that have
as
to
a
do-
first lady? The first lady that was the first lady of this country.
and I don't co-sign that.
And I think, no, I'm not going to get too political, but who's ever vice president right here has attended a couple of these parties too, and she's running this country. She's a part of running this country as well.
You talking about Kamala?
I'm not going to call any names,
Okay,
but
why don't we
degenerates
stay-
have power. Just like Marilyn Monroe, she had power too. Degenerates have power. We're running the world.
What is your point?
My point is that you said that
I
a
wouldn't
sex
date
worker,
a sex worker, yeah.
sex worker and a McDonald's worker is on the same level, and we both know that's a lie.
You're right. The sex worker is way less desirable.
Really?
Yep.
So how is the McDonald's worker struggling and I'm not?
Well, hold on.
Because men are desiring me more than they're desiring a McDonald's worker. I mean,
Wait,
ladies
no.
like,
Hold
don't have
on.
nothing to
Wait.
say?
Let me address the claim. So, you're talking about the amount of money you can make.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about how
No, you
how
literally
attractive
said-
I am. This is how I live my life.
Your job has nothing to do with
You
your
said
physical...
a McDonald's worker
Yeah.
and is higher than a sex worker.
Okay, so we're not talking about looks. Yes.
I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking
Yes.
about overall.
Morality of things.
Yes.
Morality, flipping burgers for a living, taking your time,
Yes.
say I'm only worth $8 or an hour to
They
flip
pay
burgers. That's how much I'm worth. That's selling your body. And either way, what you're doing, you're selling your body. If you're working
but
a
there's-
minimum
What are
wage
sex
job,
worker doing?
if you're working a minimum wage job, you're still selling your body for less money, for $6 an hour, for $7 an hour, for $8 an hour, for $10
But
an
then
hour.
you mean
You're still selling your
all
body.
work that is earning less than a sex worker?
I don't understand.
So you meaning
Cope.
everyone that is working is
Is
selling,
their body.
Yes.
Look, I get what
so
you're
when
saying.
is it worth it?
But I just think for men and people that I know, unfortunately, a lot of men would probably have less of a problem if I was being a burger flipper.
But
They
see,
would have
the
less
thing,
of a
I've
problem
been
than
a
doing-
burger flipper. I've been a Domino's worker. I've done plenty of jobs before OnlyFans. And this is the only job where men have supported me. This is the only job where I'm able to have all of my time, all of my respect. Men are literally putting money at my feet, asking me to piss and shit all over them. Degenerates, whatever you want to call them. I like the degenerates. I love the degenerates, and the degenerates love me. So go where you love. That's what I say.
Yeah, there's no dispute that a sex worker is going to make more money than a woman who works in fast food.
I'm not talking about more money. We're more valued by men. Men, when I was working a fast food job, no man ever said, let me go and pay for your hair. Let me pay for your nails. Let me fly you out. They never offered that as I'm on the internet with my cunt out, like the word you like to say, with my cunt out, and they offering rings, they offering to fly me out to Dubai, they offering not just to fly me out, to pay for college, to pay for this.
Worker.
So why are they not offering their money to the McDonald's worker and to change their lives?
But they are.
But they're not.
It's happened to me a couple times. I work at a bar, restaurant, club, and
your life has been changed.
Yeah.
And you have all your time to yourself.
You are as well.
But you're working at college. So how do you have all your time to yourself? All your time to yourself means like you've traveled the whole world, that you know, shop every single day pretty much, go to restaurants, and you have like a glamorous life because a man made you have that. You have to do no work.
No, because I like to gain everything myself. I like to work for
Hail and well met. Lol Paladin donated $200.02. Lady, you are so stupid. I'd much rather date any woman currently working at Burger King, literally every single one, rather than a prostitute like yourself.
Wait,
Get
he said
some
prostitute black? He said prostitute black?
He said prostitute like yourself.
Prostitute something. Well, go ahead. Thanks for the money. Go ahead. Thanks for the money.
Just keep coping for a few minutes. Keep coping.
I mean, like, you know.
Let's hear the cope. Go ahead.
He's saying all men, and me as a worker, no, the majority of men are lying. They say that all the time, that they'd rather have a wholesome woman, and as soon as that wholesome woman or the McDonald's worker ain't not doing what they want to do, then it's on to the next. They say, I'm pretty sure the person who said that, I'm pretty sure you're like living in your mom's basement. You're living up under a woman who probably had to sell pussy herself for you to be able to live.
By the way,
a lot of you.
I disavow any. Look, I don't know about these claims about Melania. I completely disavow. I don't know if there's any truth to it.
It's true.
It's her statements, not mine.
She did adult work. She was in adult movies, and she's running this world, which means sex workers run the world. Yep.
Do you have any proof for these claims?
Look it up. You have the computer.
What? Okay,
I don't have a computer. I can give you a link.
I have a computer. Investigate the claims about Melania, but in any case, continue coping about how men would rather wife up a prostitute.
A hoe? Yes, men like hoes. They love them. Actually, they seek out their validation. They crave them. They value them. They're seduced by them. And I know this because I am one, and I've been living off this.
Well, why don't you tell? What's the scope of your sex work? Are you do you escort?
No. Well, I just came from a third world country.
Do you do boy-girl content on OnlyFans? No. Have you ever done boy-girl content?
No.
Okay. Have you ever escorted yourself?
No.
You're a sugar baby, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you sleep with your sugar daddies?
The ones that can stand up, but most of them can't.
She trolling.
No, I'm not trolling. I swear to God. But if I'm being honest, in the past 3 years, there's been no sugar daddy that can stand up. A lot of the degenerates, what you call them, are high off of substances, and that substances usually affects their health, which is better for me. That they cannot really perform, which is it's not a problem. I'm not, upset or anything. Mm. So that's the term of my sex work. And so when you say I'm not a 10, but literally my looks, it's not me bending over that's been paying for my lifestyle. It's my face that's been paying for my lifestyle. And literally they say wherever you are in your country, when you come to California, minus it by 5, but all of Montecito, when I went to polo games, when I went out, to different places, all these people are also saying I'm a 10. So I know I'm a 10.
But the value you put on yourself is how much guys are paying you?
No.
Harold Converse donated $100. Absolutely deluded. The only people that are going for you are the same ones that would screw a rattlesnake if somebody held it down.
That's the majority of all men.
My wife is a custodian and I will pick her over you any day.
He said his what is who, and he will pick her. Good for you. Thanks for the money. Instead of giving $100 to her, to him, maybe you should give it to her. I don't know. Good for you. Did you want me to know that? It's not going to change my opinion. Men are still spending money, and I love that. No matter what you're saying, men say one thing, but statistics proves the other. OnlyFans made more than Netflix last year. So what are you saying? Only probably made more than McDonald's, probably too. Porn is the majority, the degenerates. Then why is porn like the most watched thing in the world? If it's only full of degenerates, that means the majority of the world is degenerates. So?
I don't really know what that word means. Degenerates?
It means, explain it to her.
Why don't you explain it to her? You're the one using the word.
No, you started off with the word degenerate. You said only degenerates by myself, so explain the word. What's a degenerate?
You're the one using the word. Why don't you explain
Well, I guess a degenerate is me. Somebody who is exploiting themselves, or not even exploiting themselves. Somebody is doing what the public doesn't like. So basically, when you're not what everybody else expects you to be, then apparently you're a degenerate.
It's like
they have a word.
It's like a moral person.
Yeah.
Someone who's immoral, basically.
Yeah.
Could be sexually immoral, or you're a degenerate gambler.
So degenerate means making a man pay for sex is degenerate, but making a man not pay is not degenerate. You're like good.
No, that would be degenerate too.
You're an angel. You're expected to have sex for free, but how dare you put a price on it?
I don't think I would just have sex with somebody just to have sex with somebody. I think the price that somebody would have to pay for me wouldn't necessarily be money, but it would be like time and getting to know.
The words is bullshit when you come to a man.
Actions. I think anybody.
And what actions mean you spending money? So if it's an action with no money involved, like is it really? It's a non-valuable action basically. It's an action that anybody and everybody could give you if it has no money behind it. How is an action with no money valuable? Value means like money. So
value can mean emotional value.
So that means anybody can, that's what I'm saying. So a woman that can be taken away from a man just because he said or did or made her feel a certain way, and she popped her legs open because he made her feel good or he said something good, is not so valuable. That's worse than being an OnlyFans girl. Nobody could tell me, oh wow, you look so pretty, or oh, I love to spend time with you.
Here, let me ask you a question. Let's do a thought experiment here. So let's say that you have two women and they both have a body count of 5.
Mm-hmm.
One of those women did not charge the men to have sex. Some of them were long-term relationships. Maybe she had one-night stand. And the other woman, she charged all 5 of them to have sex with her. Which do you think of those 2 women men are going to be more accepting of?
Me. And I say this because I'm living it. Literally.
Total cope.
Literally, me.
I don't know how else to.
Me. Because once a man, like this is how the economy works.
Donated $100. You are so wrong.
Of
I would
course.
rather give Brian, a man, $100 rather than date a sex worker.
Oh,
Maybe
man,
you
that's
enjoy
crazy.
being exploited. You'll be farmed for clips later for people to laugh at your idiocy.
And which country? This one?
There's no way this is even the case in St. Lucia. You think
the Caribbean?
You think
you asking that you think that you're going to have sex with a Caribbean girl for free?
Truth Bomb donated $99.
Yo, thank you, Truth Bomb.
Prostitution is often referred to as the oldest profession. Indeed, it has always been a common way for women to make money, even in Bible times.
Exactly.
The
Jesus
Bible
hanged
tells
around.
us that prostitution is immoral.
Jesus hanged around people like me. He hanged around sinners, hoes, and thieves. He didn't hang around people like you. He hanged around the degenerates like me. Those are his disciples. Because you know why? Because we were more real, and we were more real and less delusional and less judgmental. And those who had the stone, if those who have not sinned, be thy first to cast thy stone.
But his disciples are how he ended up on
Who was
the
Marilyn?
cross.
No, it was one disciple. It was only Judas. Marilyn Magdalene was a prostitute.
Bro, you're a yapaholic.
So if you met a 15-year-old girl, and she's like, okay, it's between these 2 occupations that I want to do.
Be a McDonald's worker. If you have a steady family and you come from a steady country and a steady family, don't go out and like just do something just because it make you money. I come from a third world country. I come from a completely broke family. There is no McDonald's in St. Lucia. So it's like...
No, hold on. I got to correct you here. So even people who have broken family or they live in, they're coming from poverty, you don't have to be a whore.
Yeah, you don't have to
be. You can still get a normal job.
And the normal job, that's what I'm saying. All my family that have these normal jobs, who are they begging to pay their bills? The ones with the abnormal job. Who are they begging when they're out of money? The one with the abnormal job. With their normal jobs, with their real jobs, they can't pay their real bills with their real jobs.
Yeah, I'll give you a question then. So, a father, they're struggling to, they can't pay the utility bills, the air conditioning, whatever. They can't cover the utility bills. Do you think a father would encourage his daughter to become a prostitute?
No, he would
so
not.
So that they could cover the utility bills?
But see, I don't have one. I don't have a father, so
right. But
just like a lot of women. No, I literally just said if you come from a good family.
I thought you said you were supporting your family members.
No, I said she asked me, would you tell a 15-year-old worker to work at McDonald's or be a sex worker? I would tell her to work at McDonald's. If you don't have to lower your value and be degenerate, don't do it for the money. I mean, I guess.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm in a different circumstance. I don't have parents, so I'm just trying to provide for my family the best way I can, and I'm trying to provide for myself the best way I can.
But I don't have a family either, and I've been on my own since I was 17, and I've had two
and you're
jobs,
in a first world country that's making the American dollar, where there's plenty of jobs around and there's plenty of opportunities. Literally, you guys never heard of St. Lucia. You know why? Because at first she was like, what? St. Lucia? A lot of St. Lucians do not get the opportunity to leave St. Lucia. It is very hard. The minimum wage there is 6 EC. You know how much 6 EC is? That's like $2 American dollars. Wasting your time at Massey, at whatever market, KFC, for what, $2-3 instead of just opening your legs. Which one would y'all do? Would y'all work in St. Lucia?
Do you prefer a bathroom with a door/stall? If the answer is yes, your own privacy and dignity can be bought with money. Disgusting. You have so much potential. No simps required.
What did he say?
Do you prefer a bathroom with a door stall? If the answer is yes, your own privacy and dignity can be bought with money.
I don't understand.
Like a door on the bathroom.
Lol Paladins donated $100. Lady, you don't have a dad, so I'll give you advice. Because I'm old enough to be your dad. Stop being a sex worker. St. Lucia has a KFC. Go apply to fry
These
some
are the same
chicken.
ones that were fucked.
Learn to respect yourself.
Thank you, Lol Paladins. Thank you, Vector. By the way, Lol Paladins, the trigger for your special thing is available at 102.
Thank you.
So, okay, let me ask you one more time. Okay, so a man has a choice between two women.
Mm-hmm.
Both have the same body count of 5. One of those. An old man gave me the best advice on how to deal with women like you. Walk over to the window, stick your D in the windowsill, and slam the window shut. It would be less painful.
Good for you.
Thank you, Harold. Appreciate it. Okay, here's the scenario. 2 women. Oh, there's another one coming in, so I have to. Oh, there's 3 coming in. Oh my. All right, I got to pause temporarily. I'll just let them come in.
You made him some money.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I am really so happy for your advice. Thank you from all the people that have parents.
Stop, Sonia. There really isn't a morally good reason to be a whore. I'm a woman too, but I'd never stoop down to your level. I don't old D to pay bills. Also, I'm also from Jordan. Moved to U.S. Poor family. All that. That's from Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. Appreciate it. TTS doesn't work if there's any bad words or whatever. So, but I'll just read it. So, we have another one coming in. Last one coming in here. Thank you.
Jesus_calling donated $100. I would just like to say I would rather hang out with Brian than you. Keep my name out of your mouth. Beans go in there.
That's Jesus. I mean, take the L.
Thank you.
Take the L, I guess.
I appreciate it.
That. So you're trying. I think you were trying to justify that sex work is more desirable in a partner.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not in a partner. Not in a partner. Over certain jobs than others. Yes.
Wait. So you're saying men
being a stripper.
Men would rather date a stripper than a girl who works at a fast food restaurant.
You fucking know. You know.
Who are you pointing to?
There's plenty of men rather date a stripper. Plenty of men rather date a stripper than a fast food worker.
Which ones? Where?
I think
all over the world.
I think the ones.
So same girl.
You think the ones what?
I think the ones that you go after would rather prefer to have a sex worker than.
But I don't go after men. They come after me.
It's not. I don't even think those men.
Okay, so let me tell you something funny I do on Tinder, right? Let me tell you something funny I do on Tinder. So a lot of men have it in their profiles, no OnlyFans workers, no sex workers, no OnlyFans or whatever. So I put in my bio that I am an in-house maid. And I am not looking for any type, well, I don't say I'm not looking for any type of sex. I'm an in-house maid, you know, I cook, I clean. Oh, do you have sex too? Well, I will only hire you if you have sex. So men don't like willingly to pay for stuff. They do not like consensually to pay for stuff. They do not want to feel used. They want to feel useful. And that's just what it is. So whether
you do the thing that men don't like to do, which is be paid to...
No, you're not understanding. You're not understanding. Instead of coming out and saying I'm a sex worker, they would say, oh no, we don't want to buy you. Da, 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 da.
Hey,
but when you say that you're a wholesome girl, they just want to
$100.02.
Just hold on.
Lady, would you date a man that has sex with other men for money? If the idea makes you feel gross, then you understand what we think about you.
Of course, I understand what you think about me. You're not getting it. I understand, but what you think is not the actions that men are portraying. They're still spending money no matter what you guys say and y'all think. Why am I in work if what you think is true? Why am I in work? Why am I still in business if what you think is true?
You don't know the way. Do you know the way?
What does that mean?
Okay, that was...
I think people would pay for things from your OF and stuff, but the reality, they might not want to date you, which is something I have to
I don't deal with that though. It's me that doesn't want to date them. So like literally what men tell me, and I go with this like on my Twitter spaces all the time, is opposite from what they actually do.
Okay.
It is the very opposite from what they actually do.
I think that there's sick people out there and that there's not sick people out there. I think certain people have certain desires, and the ones that have desires of paying people to fuck them probably go to
There's a kink
like
for
you.
Everything at the end of the day. We're going to, There's going to be people that want
I mean,
us.
you
There's
have
gonna be
another
people that
woman,
don't.
she's involved in the industry, and she
What
says...
industry?
Sex work. She does OF too.
Well, she never said it.
She said it right in the beginning.
Yeah, she did.
I swear I didn't hear.
And
Maybe
look-
it was an accent. Maybe I didn't know.
Look, I don't have...
She said OF.
OF, yeah.
Oh,
I don't
that's
have like some hatred for these people in this
I don't
industry.
believe you.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
In
I
any
don't
case-
believe that you have hatred for them.
I
wouldn't be here if you
understand,
did.
but Brian might just not want to date me. Like, so they might.
I don't think so. I think he's saying that on camera, but I think that if he got a chance with you in Sweden, especially, that he would definitely want to date you.
I'm Australian.
Wait, you were shaking your head because you think I would...
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay.
No, I wouldn't, because I know it's surprising to you to ever encounter a man who has a boundary and wouldn't have sex with a woman. I know you think all men are dogs and they're just
No, I don't
pressed
think
for pussy.
dog.
They're pressed for pussy. But no, some men have standards and boundaries and preferences and will stick to it. Yeah.
We've yet to
It's
see
a
it
deal
though.
breaker. I will not date a sex worker. Point blank, period.
But he would date a janitor.
And trust me, I've had hundreds of sex workers on this show. If I fucked a sex worker, they would have leaked that shit by now. I have not.
He probably
been
makes
with a-
him sign that contract. What's that contract called? Where you can't speak it when you can't talk about what you did.
I have never even dated. I've not dated. I've not slept.
Do you
with
watch porn?
An OnlyFans girl. How would that?
Do
be?
you watch porn? Answer the question. Do you watch porn?
Occasionally, sure. Very rarely.
Degenerate. How dare you? How dare you seek pleasure off of degenerates?
How is that? Hold on.
How dare you get
I'll
off
engage
on
that.
it?
So I'll actually engage that. So here, have I watched porn before? Sure. Do I occasionally watch it? Sure. But I will say this: if I'm in a relationship, I don't watch porn. I would say my porn consumption is in the bottom 1%. Why? I don't have any reason to. I would tell you.
How many of the men in this show believe that?
No, I'm not going to let you shift things around. I'm going to address your argument. So my porn consumption is probably in the bottom, I don't know if it's either the 99th percentile or the 1%.
1%.
Would it be the 1 percentile or the not? It's very low. Super infrequent. If I'm in a relationship, I don't watch porn. That's out of respect to my partner, and also keeps the libido a little higher, if you know what I mean.
Get excited
In any case.
easier.
Yeah.
Would you date?
And well met.
But hold on.
Lol Paladins donated $100.02. Ooh, this panel just got really aggressive and grapey towards Brian. These women want to grape you.
It's true, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. No means no.
Look.
Leave Brian alone.
We'll
Like-
save him for you.
I know you guys encounter these guys who are like thirsty and like pressed to get laid and get pussy, but the reality is like, yeah, if you're a guy and you've had any experience with women, you're gonna turn women down. If you have your own standards, you're gonna turn women down if they don't meet what you're looking for.
And you're
Yeah, and
entitled
vice
to
versa.
your, yeah.
How many of you guys been turned down before?
I think
Sorry?
everybody
Probably
has.
everybody.
Not me. Y'all been turned down? Maybe because I haven't lived there that long. I don't know.
I think you need to find somebody that you actually find attractive and that you have an emotional
no.
connection.
No, you never
towards.
find somebody. They have to find you.
Would you date someone that has done S work before?
He said no.
No.
So even if they didn't do it
If there's a
anymore,
past of it, I wouldn't.
you wouldn't? Even
No.
pictures? Just pictures, not
Okay,
actually
so what if they
escorting?
was like the college whore though? They didn't get paid for it, but everybody
date her
knows
either.
them of it.
Wouldn't date her either. In fact, you know what? I'll even be charitable. This question has come up. I'll be charitable by giving you this counter argument. Would I rather date a girl who does OnlyFans but her body count is 5, or would I rather date a woman with a body count of over 100? I'd rather date the OnlyFans girl.
Okay, then that would be me and her. You said how much was your body count?
I don't know, but like maybe around like 50 something.
Mine
like
is
that.
not as near.
I wouldn't date either of you
But if you had to,
You're such a
Absolutely had to.
liar.
because I wouldn't date
I don't
you.
believe you. I don't either of us. Sexy
You
Asian.
don't- Well, yeah, it's even hard. No, well, okay. So
You
here's-
wouldn't date the sexy Asian. You wouldn't date the blonde Aussie bombshell. You wouldn't date the ginger Swedish.
yes, because I care about more than just looks.
Yeah.
What? How is that hard? Women are the same. They
So
care
none of
about
these,
more than looks.
so none of us had like striking
Oh,
personalities.
well, look, I'll
You've
even
got a
grant you
striking
this.
personality.
Very attractive, very attractive. Like, yes, the women at the table are attractive, but there's other considerations.
but I'm a whore apparently.
No, it's just you do sex work. You do sex work. You're currently involved in like a ridiculous you're involved with another dude who's got you alpha widowed and you've been brainwashed, and the body count's high. No offense, not trying to get you upset. Body count's a little high. Okay, attractive girl, high body count.
Tight pussy though, I'm pretty sure.
Haven't done anything.
Bro, that's crazy. So keep coping though. It's funny.
So what's your body count, Brian?
I don't reveal my body count. What's yours?
Are we gonna? Oh.
Mine's is like, well, I charge $5,000. Well, I shouldn't have said that. So my body count, I started OnlyFans at 18
What do
years
you charge
old.
$5,000 for?
I started OnlyFans at 18 years old. Before OnlyFans, I had the body count of 3.
And she knows it.
Wait, your body count was what?
Before OnlyFans started, I had a body count of 3. After OnlyFans, I could tell you somewhere in the 20s. That's where it is.
And how
And
much
on-
did
it's
you
not
charge?
because it's-
How much did you charge?
I plead the 5th.
How much did you charge?
I plead the 5th. They'll have to rewind to hear it.
$5,000.
$5,000 if you want
take
to
you
propose
shopping.
to have
Remember-
sex with me. If you want to propose to have sex with me, yes, it's $5,000. So do you have it or you don't have it?
Remember that part where you said you weren't an escort?
Yeah, I lied.
I mean,
I'm not gonna rely on it.
honest.
I lied. I mean,
she's honest.
you would have to be a dumbass to think that I wasn't collecting like thousands of dollars for sex. That doesn't even make sense. So
Where do you meet these people that pay you to have sex with
OnlyFans.
you?
Like OnlyFans on the internet. So when you're OnlyFans girl, you're on so many social
Wait, do you
media
have
platforms.
an escort listing? Do you have escort listings?
Not listing, no. You have so many social media platforms where people reach
You
out
wanna
to
buy
you
it,
for
does
crazy
it?
amount of money. Now, why I put the 5,000 is because I don't know if this is like I could say this on the podcast, but T-girls, I saw a T-girl put $10,000. So I feel like me as a cis girl that I can like if T-girls are getting 10,000,
Where's
why
Andrew
can I
when
get?
you need
Andrew who?
Andrew Wilson? We gotta get.
So Well, I didn't know Andrew. Listen.
But can I ask you?
Yeah.
I understand when you are in poverty. Really, I never experienced it. I've never seen it in real life. So I understand that you are like doing what you need to do to survive. Yes.
And before
but do
COVID,
you have
I had a job. After when COVID happened, that is when I got resulted on OnlyFans, like many OnlyFans girls. And all of the things that I was receiving at these real jobs that the non-degenerates go to, they were unethical things to go through as a human being. Being around people that you don't like, being bullied in the workplace, being humiliated in front of people, being used, for money,
Oh my
broken
God,
yourself.
who the hell
But nobody is
cares?
necessary.